O'clock. Always remember that the breakfast show is brought to you by kind courtesy MTN. But this segment, we call it The Issue, is sponsored by Sergeant Medical Center. And I've got something very interesting. Your healthcare just got better with Sergeant Medical Center. It is the best medical center equipped with ultra modern machines, with specialists ready to help you with your problems. Comprehensive eye care service is a major form of the component of services they render: eye surgeries, laser procedures, dispensing of spectacles, ear, nose and throat treatment, state-of-the-art nasal endoscopy, otoscopy, and more. Corporate eye and ENT services and others. Sergeant Medical Center is right here in Cape Coast, opposite Wesley Girls High School. Call 033-209123 for more information. For those of you who just joined us, we've been featuring Amping, and Amping is encountering a natural disaster, a situation where the sea seemed to be claiming, or of course claiming the shores and where they live, and we know that there should be a response for this particular development. Joining us on the phone line is the KEA Municipal Director of Nadmo, Mr. Patrick Obeng Yeboah. He has joined us on the phone line. Mr. Yeboah, good morning to you, and thanks a lot for joining us.
Good morning, Mommy.
We appreciate your company with us. So we had the opportunity to be talking about Nadmo, beg your pardon, Amping, and what is happening there, the sea claiming the land, the habitation of the community. So I want to understand whether this problem has come to your attention.
Yes, madam. We have received such a report from Amping about a month ago. So what we did was that it's not only Amping. The MCE, who is the chairman of the Disaster Management Committee, the management met and we invited the chiefs, the assembly members at this particular areas that I've just mentioned. There are 5 communities.
And what are these communities, Mr. Obeng?
Come again?
The names of these communities, you wouldn't mind mentioning them?
We invited Ben Rachim, Amping, Anwana, which is very close to Bantuma, then Bantuma, then Ankwana. They are the people that we invited them for the meeting. They came with their chiefs and the assembly member of that particular area. And actually, we told them not that we are giving them a warning, but it's some measures that we are putting in place to overcome such problems. So we told them that from the day that we met them, nobody, this community as I've just mentioned, no one is going to win a fund from there. Because we also noticed that we are paving a way for the sea to come to the house. That is very, 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 very serious. Madam, as I'm speaking with you now, if you go to Dutch Commander, which is close to Commander, the sea is coming to the house. It's because of the fund that we are winning. So we invited these people that I've mentioned. That we told them that the only solution now, we are making a recommendation for the government to come and do sea defense. That once that they have not even started that, something that we can also, or the measures that we can also put across to solve the problem. Even if not all, part of the problem will be solved.
You, Mr. Yeboah, you were saying, I think you're too close to your radio set. Can you just put your radio off? You can hear me via the phone, yeah?
Very well. It's okay.
It's better. You were saying you call the community leaders or the chiefs from these 5 communities you have just mentioned, and you told them to stop winning sand. Are they all Are these communities all involved in sand winning?
Come again. Is that community what?
Are these communities all winning sand?
Yes, these places that I've mentioned, they were doing it.
Especially Ankwana. Okay, are the community members winning sand, or the operation of sand winning is happening in their communities by operators from other places?
Yes, what they do is that they have set up a committee that are in charge of the sand winning. So the community has a cell. Then they will even sell to those from the outside the community. Some of the contractors were buying from them. So immediately we received the issue or we received the message. Then we invited them that no, we can't do that. Madam, there are certain issues that we told them, but they are not going by it. So I think any time at all that we go there, then we are going to use force. You know what happened? I'm paying. After that, we met them. I'm paying brought a letter from the chief police that they want us to give them some days of grace to win a son to complete uncompleted projects that was left for more than 10 years, which is a school building. So they brought the letter. Then I said, no, I can't even sit on the letter alone. So we invited the committee. We invited the committee. Then we took a decision that once it's a government project, let's allow them so that they can even use part of the fund to complete the project very well. Madam, besides, there are other people in the community who are also taking advantage of that. They are doing it. So I invited that man to my office that what we are hearing is different from what we told them. We told them, they brought a letter that the community want to use it for a project that will benefit the community. I said, okay, fine, that is okay. But now people are also taking advantage. When you sleep, then they will go at night. They don't even, the one that we allow them, the one that we approve for them, they do it in the day. But those that they are stealing, they do it in the night. So if you don't know them, you might have thought, yes, it is the authority that we have given to them. That is why they have also taken notice or they have taken advantage of winning the fund.
Mr. Yeboah, we spoke with Nana Techi Achin IV, the chief of Ampeng, and he says that for the past 4 years, you know, sun winning activities has been halted at Ampeng. So that's quite an exclusive case, isn't it? But let me know what anyway, you want to react to what I just said. Go ahead.
Yes, it is never true. If the chief is saying that for past 4 years, there's not been any activity like that, that is never true. Madam, you can, even besides me, you can even ask anybody. It is Ampeng, that community that I've mentioned, it is only Ampeng and Ankwana that we are having these problems. Ankwana, we invited them at the meeting, they didn't come. But we gave the message to the assemblyman to go and organize the community. Then he said them that this is what the decision that we have taken at the meeting. If the chief is saying that for past 4 years there's nothing like that, then I'm afraid. It is rather unfortunate. It's never true.
Well, we can't be afraid. But what is the way out, Mr. Yeboah?
Yes, the only way out is that, madam, you see, the disasters, we have two main types of disasters. That is the man-made and then the natural one. The natural one between you and I, we can't do anything about that. But the one that we are causing it, if we stop the sun winning, I think the sea will not even pave its way to the community. So for now that the government has not even making any effort, or the government has not even started doing what we have made or what the proposal we have even sent to them, I think we will even stop the sun winning for now, so that at least we can prevent one or two.
How are you going to?
The assembly is doing. Come again.
How are you going to stop the sun winning that is happening in these communities?
Yes, we have a task force. We have a task force at the assembly. But madam, we work in the day. So after we have closed and we have gone to our various homes, they operate in the night. The sun winners, they do it in the night, where everyone has gone to sleep. That is when they operate it.
Are you are very much aware they do it in the night, or you are hearing that they do it?
Yes.
So why don't you work in the night?
Yes, we have even arrested some before. But
if you are Mr. Yeboah,
yes, madam.
You were saying that when you are done, you are done for the day. You go and then in the night they also start winning the sun. Why don't you work in the night if the perpetrators are working in the night?
Yes, madam. In the night we need to involve police. The daytime we only go and we use the assembly task force. But in the night it means that you have to get more men, because you may not even know what will happen there. They can even face you. So if you don't have the police to go with, madam, it is very difficult for us to do it in the night. It is very difficult for us to do it in the night, because you are going to attack somebody. In the day, when they see you, they will not come. But in the night, they also try to prove some other might difficult.
But why is it difficult? What is the police saying? Because you have just identified that in the night you have to involve the police. Have you involved the police?
Yes, there was a time we went there. But, madam, I don't know. Before that day that we went there, nobody came. The next day we didn't go, they were there. And you know, madam, we can't also go every day. Look at the number of people that the personnel, security personnel that we have in municipality. You can't even tell the commander, or you can't even tell them that you may need all them all the time. No, we can go about 2-3 in a week. When you stop, the next day they are there. So it's about community education. Mm-hmm. We are engaging them. We are telling them now. People are going by. Bantuma, for instance, yes, the chief of Bantuma is a Nadmo officer. So I called him to my office. I said, Nana, something that the two of us can even, we have the solution to that. So let's try and do it. And now they are getting it. They are getting it. Bantuma, that used to be the major place of winning the sun. Now they are not doing it. In the help of Nana Kudokonia, the chief of Edna traditional area, is also helping us. But, madam, the rest of the communities, they are not helping. They are not helping at all. I stay as a Elimina. So I can even patrol here and there throughout the night. But you can't even tell me for Nadmo director alone to go to Ampeng in the night or to go to Ankwana in the night. No, I may even go with the security personnel, but sometimes to help me to get them. And it's normal also go with the cost. Because Nadmo, we don't have our own car. So it means that when we are going, I need to fuel the car, I need to do it. All the cost comes to the MC. Sometimes too, you'll be traveling and you will not be there. So it means that we cannot even do the operation. Mr.
Yeboah, so you seem quite to be at that despairing level. Are you at your wit end in handling this problem? Because it's like we have to do this and we don't have this. We have to fuel this. We have to go with the police and we can't go there every day. So what next, sir?
Madam, I did even mention that we have a municipal disaster committee, which comprised of the Ghana Police Service. So if any time that there is a problem like this, I invite them. We sit down and we discuss it. Then we find a solution to it. But sometimes, madam, it is not so easy to get the policemen at night. It is not so easy. There are certain things that I cannot even tell you because I'm on air. It is not so easy. I think you understand me. It is not so easy. Daytime, if I call them right now, they will go. But in the night, madam, so many things come into play.
Like what? Mr. Yeboah, so many things like what? Because we want to garner all the available support, to help your outfit and also to help these communities. So many things like what come to play?
Madam, so many things that I told you because I'm on air, certain things that I cannot even say it. But you just imagine the assembly driver who works a day, he closes at 5 o'clock. So after maybe we have also planned to go there around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Handle to get such a driver. Sometimes you agree to go. You call him, you will not pick it. And the next day you tell that, oh, I was overslept, so I didn't hear, oh, I'm sorry, this. You can't do him anything. But in the daytime is your normal duty. So if you are going, you don't have any excuses. But in the night, like I said, so many things come into play. This is one of the factors that I've just mentioned.
Would you have to pay the assembly driver? Would you have to pay the police to give support?
No, we don't pay them, madam. We don't pay them. But the daytime that you'll be giving a fuel, in the night who is giving you a fuel?
Okay. Tell me, in your initial comment, you said that you've submitted proposal to government. Did I get you correct?
Yes, we have done that. We have given it to the regional minister.
When was this done?
It's more than a month ago.
Okay, and what was the content? What was the content of this document? If you can just itemize them.
We were making a proposal to get sea defense. It's a proposal for sea defense.
I see. Yeah. Okay, so now that you were just waiting to hear from the regional minister, you were waiting. Yeah. I want to understand what other measures that the assembly can brainstorm to at least hold on the problem temporarily.
Yeah, that's dedication. That is what we are engaging the community. Things that both of us we can even do to have a solution. Even next week Tuesday, we are meeting. People like Judge Commander. It's all about this. So we are engaging. We are telling them what things that both of us we can even do to bring peace. If you think you are winning fun to get money, you are also causing a hazard. You are causing a problem. Maybe the problem may not even come today, but some years to come. So that is we are engaging them on education. We are telling them that things that they should not even do. They are human beings and they are all subject to correction. So some of them are maybe they are not doing it. Others it will not even take a day to stop them, but gradually we are doing our best.
Let me understand whether, you are the municipal coordinator or the director. Let me understand this, whether the regional boss of Nadmo or national is aware that you've hit a snag in solving this problem. You are now at your wit end.
Oh, yes. There was a time the second meeting that we had, the regional director was with us. The regional director of Nadmo, Honorable Joe Donko, was with us at the meeting. So it is not something that they are not aware.
So they are aware. I want to understand, the measures that they have also proposed.
Yes, the measures that we have put in place, they are aware.
I want to thank you very much this morning, Mr. Yeboah. I guess we'll continue with this particular conversation as we follow up. Thank you for your time with us on ATLFM.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much for the opportunity given.
All right. People, we just had to end this discussion here because there seemed to be no way or no ending to this particular conversation. We'll try and also get the regional Nadmo boss to help us understand the perspective of specifically the 5 communities: Ankwana, Angona, Dutch Commander, Ampenyin, and one other community just escaped me. We'll try and understand what is happening there. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on ATLFM 100.5. There is also one Dr. Donatus Anweng that has authored an article or is doing an academic paper on this particular story that we want to understand. I just get the understanding that his area is also on these communities. But send your own questions. Alhaji Ibrahim Adam, thanks a lot for engaging me this morning on my own platform on this issue. The number is 0275 14 49 49, 0275 14 49 49. And you are writing to us, but because the line is engaged now. Dr. Donatus, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
I always struggle to pronounce your second name. Is that Anureng?
Yes, it's Anuring.
Anuring. Okay, thank you very much. So, Dr. Anuring, we have the understanding that you have been studying this particular problem of sea erosion, of the sea claiming the lands in such communities. Help us understand what your paper is specifically looking at and what has been the trend over the years.
Thank you so much. I say good morning again to all your cherished listeners. Yes, this coastal stuff, we've been doing it for some time now. And as you rightly put it, we have so many activities that we are undertaking. I listened to your guest this morning who talked a lot about the issue, and he made very good points. On my side, we've been looking at 2 beaches and then another one in Benin. So he talked about 3 cameras. We have 2 in Ghana, one at the Volta region, which is on Jita, and then one in Elmina. What we actually do is that we have installed these systems that give us data every 15 minutes. So this is to allow us to be able to quantify the evolution of our coastline at very short time scales. We do this because we are assuming that if there is something like a storm surge or tidal surge, we should be able to capture it. So we use this short scale monitoring system so that we can capture short events like that. So over the years, yeah.
Please go ahead.
All right. So over the years, we have been doing this, and we have realized that, particularly in the eastern side of Ghana, and we see that it is eroding higher than on the western side. And we look at reasons why these things are happening. One of them could be the fact that the place is more sandy, and these are easily transported by waves and even with the physical sand mining. So apart from that, the other places, that was what I was doing. Apart from that, at Elmina, we have just started for 2 years, and we have not. For that one, we are still collecting the data. But because this place, for example, in Elmina, it is protected, it's well protected. The erosion there is quite minimal compared to the eastern side. Hello.
You're live here, sir.
Okay. So I heard some. I thought you were talking to me. So yes, that for the eastern side, as I was saying, it is mostly eroding, and the rates are different. Globally along the coastline, we estimate like 2 meters per year globally. But if you zoom in, if you look at a local, let's say 2 kilometers of a coastline, if you go to somewhere like Kita or Jita, for the past 2 years, we have been able to forecast that in the next, the rate of the erosion is like 7 meters per year. So we look at a guest house which is 200 meters from the sea, and we see that this guest house is likely to be gone by the next 30 years. So these are some of the things we do. But the issue with this kind of monitoring system is that it cannot cover like kilometers of distance, Yes. So that is one limitation. But that is when we also use the UAV system. We use this UAV system because we can fly it along for like 5 kilometers. The other issue is that with these systems, they are very high very high quality data and very heavy. So it's difficult for us to do this analysis quickly. But we are putting in measures to be able to handle all these things. And we are also trying to find a way we can try to monitor large portions of the coast.
This is a very interesting conversation, Dr. Donatus, that you're bringing on board. But has your research been able to quantify the rate of, sun winning at these communities that you're observing, and you are getting data every 15 minutes?
Well, where I have my systems in place, or where we have our systems in place, we are not looking at sun mine. We are actually looking at the non-human aspect. We're looking at the impact of waves, tides. We are looking at the loss of sediment. But yes, where I have the systems, I have not observed sun mining. I know that Elmina, something like that happened recently. But we have not quantified sun mining as a human factor inside our analysis yet. It is something we have thought about, it's something we have planned to do. But I'm aware of research work that have looked at sun mining at other portions of Cape Coast or Central Region coastline.
I see. And of course, let me also understand whether your research at a point in time could be looking at the implications of what is happening and what the forecast could be.
Please come again.
Would your research be looking at the implications, in whichever angle that you may deem fit of what is happening in these coastal areas?
Yes, definitely. Our data collection is still ongoing, and as I just told you, the system is permanent. So we actually want to observe maybe 3 years of data. Then we do the analysis considering all available parameters. We're going to look at the human side, where we look at development. People are collecting sun, then they are building very close to the coastal area, or even with the management solution. We have this. Usually we had sandy beaches. Now, for example, when my camera is in Elmina, I used to monitor from the beach resort up to the castle with the camera and then fly the drone. Recently, they put the groin there. So all these things are going to change my methodologies. I have to devise another way to see how all these things will affect the beach. We also have modules that we can use to project a particular beach and see in the next few years how this beach will be. Will it be stable? Is it going to be? Are these houses going to be removed? So yes, we are going to factor in the implications, and we will see if these things will happen. What should we do? And aside these works, we are also collaborating with other West African partners. We are collaborating with other West African partners to do a regional or a sub-regional study. Because we believe that the situation is not just local. It's not all in Cape Coast, not all in Ghana, but it's West African. So the World Bank has also instituted something like that to look at only West Africa. And we have been deeply involved because we have this Africa Center of Excellence, and we are supposed to lead these coastal issues in the West African countries.
Okay. Dr. Donatus Anuring would end the discussion here. And of course, as we follow up together with what you're doing, we'll be able to educate our listeners. We appreciate your time with us here, sir.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dr. Anuring is a lecturer with the University of Cape Coast, the Center for Coastal Management, and you're listening to The Breakfast Show on ATL FM 100.5. The segment was brought to you by kind courtesy Sergeant Medical Center. If you have a problem with your eye, your nose, your ear, your throat, walk into Sergeant Medical Center, and the facility is just right opposite Wesley Girls High School. You can give them a call 033-2091 232 for more information. So some of you are writing to us, and quickly let me just give attention to some of the concerns you were raising. This one says, I have been complaining to people. Well, let me have a better perspective of where you were coming from. Alhaji Ibrahim Adam, I think writing to me, these are some of the issues you also raised, that similar project, you're talking about the sea defense, that similar project is ongoing at some of the coastal lines. As the Nadmo coordinator you are speaking with aware of it, does it mean he was not privy to that construction for which he has to factor that into the proposal? I guess that's what you meant to write. Thank you very much. Reverend Patrick Smith, you are also listening to us and you are saying very, very intelligent questions. This one from Daniel says, good morning, Amma. On the topic being discussed, please come to Ola. It's bad, very bad. I have been complaining to people around at Ola. These sun winners do it with disrespect in daylight. They even do it whilst the fisher folks are fishing and nobody cares. I've come across on 2 separate occasions where these young men are fighting them. I learnt the man is an assemblyman at Ola, low cost. It's very serious and we quickly have to work on this dangerous trend. Daniel, thank you very much for writing to us. We appreciate your engagement this morning. So people, this issue is going to take our attention for a while. Send us your own import, your own comment on 0275 14 49 49 0275 14 49 49. Obobi and I are going to pick a discussion, not quite related though, but immediately we are done, we're going to come back to this issue as we await our guest on Newspec to join us. So please, we invite you into the conversation. You can call us and we'll put you live on air 0275 14 49 49. Alternatively, you can also write to us.